This here is the Andar Aspen for the 17 Pro Max. If you've checked out my videos before from Andar, you know that I've done the Aspen throughout the other generations of iPhones, but I finally have it here on the 17 Pro Max. So if you're looking for a leather case, then stick around to see what you're getting with this one. I also have their kickback wallet, which is also MagSafe compatible, just sticks magnetically to the back of your phone or the case, and you're able to put your cards inside the wallet. So let's get on to see what you're getting with both of these. Let's get started first with the case. So this is going to be the jet black color. This is full grain leather, and they have a couple of different options on their website with the different colors that you may choose. I want to start off with the inside first. The inside has a nice microfiber lining that not only protects the back glass and the aluminum, but you also have the felt material here on the buttons for the power, the volume, and the action button. Then you have this camera control button. Seems like a piece of glass here that sits on top of the iPhone camera control and allows you to do all your gestures and different button presses. So it's great that it's built into the case and you no longer have an opening there like you did on the first iteration of this case for the 16 Pro Max. Now with the 17 Pro Max, they launched directly with the camera control button built in. So the back does have this nice lip around the cameras. So that whole plateau is going to be fully covered, so you don't have to worry about you scratching your lenses or the plateau anywhere at all. The sides do have these metal buttons that are extremely clicky. I'll show you in a second, but they're able to be pressed really easily and they feel great on the hand. So you know as soon as you're pressing it that you're actually gonna get a good click and you know which button you're pressing because of the way that it feels. So they did a really good job with these metal buttons, and the Andar logo on the side is subtle, doesn't look too exposed, and I like how it's just built into the leather here, and it looks really nice with the overall aesthetic of this case. I like that it's on the side and not on the back, so it doesn't really interrupt the design at all. So let's go ahead and put the phone inside the case. Once the phone is inside, you'll see that this thing fits like a glove. So it's extremely snug around the entire device. You don't have to worry about the case coming off at any corner at all or the sides being loose because they're never loose. So this thing just sits right on the phone. It's harder to take off. I kind of have to put my thumb on the plateau and kind of push the corners away to be able to get it off because it's really snug around the phone. You see even the button is being pressed when I try to take it off. I really like this thing really nicely on the phone, and you don't have to worry about this thing ever coming off. There's a nice lip that goes around the display, but I do want to mention one thing about the lip. So the lip does feel bigger than any other case I've tried for the 17 Pro Max. So if you don't have a screen protector like myself, you're gonna feel the difference when you're coming from a corner or from the top or bottom to do some type of gesture. You're gonna notice that the lip is bigger when your finger just slides into the screen. So if you have a screen protector, you won't notice it as much. It's probably gonna even out mostly, so you don't have to worry about this big difference. But if you don't have a screen protector, you're gonna notice the bigger lip, which is not a problem. It protects the screen, but it's just something that you will notice every time you wanna do a gesture with the phone. So that's something you wanna know if you're purchasing this case. Let's go over to the buttons. So the power button, like I said, here's the clickiness to it, if you can hear it. So the button is really clicky. Same goes for the volume up and down and the action button. So you really don't have to worry about the buttons at all. Here's the camera plateau. If you can see the way the lenses are protected, you don't have to worry about them being scratched up in any way. And I like that the lip is really nice around the entire thing, and it's a little bit higher, so it just looks better, and then also it protects in the same time. The leather feels nice, especially when it's new. It's gonna patina over time, even though it won't be that noticeable on a jet black case, but it'll be noticeable on the other colors like the brown cases that they have. You're gonna get more of like a sticky grip on this case as you use it, and leather becomes a lot more usable as time progresses. So I really like that about leather cases. I like that it's full leather and it wraps around all the way on the sides, so you don't really have to worry about you know, not protecting the phone in any way. It's not gonna take a lot of drops, as in the case material. The phone will be protective since it's staying snug on there, but the leather will, of course, you know, kind of rip or scuff, and it's gonna look like it's been damaged. That's just how the leather is gonna age over time. I do also wanna mention the ports on the bottom. You have your microphone and speaker holes fully exposed. You don't have to worry about that. And then here you have the USB-C port exposed. I do wish the opening was a little bit bigger because it seems like it was measured around the Apple USB-C cable. and not everyone uses those Apple USB-C cables. So it'd be nice if you can pretty much use this with other cables as well, because some of the USB-C cables, like the Thunderbolt cables, might have square connectors. So that's something you need to know if you're going to be using a different type of connector here for the USB-C port. The other thing I want to mention is the fact that it has really strong magnets, so you don't have to worry about this thing not sticking to any of your accessories. And since it has the alignment magnet, you can use power banks, different MagSafe wallets as well. Let me go ahead and show you here with their own MagSafe wallet. As soon as you put it on the back, it sticks really nicely, and you don't have to worry about this thing coming off. Same goes for any type of other wallet and MagSafe charger if you want to charge it through MagSafe. So the magnets here are really good. So here's the camera control. I want to show you that as well. You press it down and then you press down for picture. You can double tap, change your different modes here. It's really convenient that's built right into the case, so you don't have to take the case off to use your camera control. Overall, I've always liked their leather cases. They remind me of the Apple leather cases from back in the day with the leather material and then also the metal buttons. So Andar has really been on top of their game when delivering these leather cases for every new generation iPhone. So you shouldn't really worry about this case being any different from the previous generations. If you're looking for a leather case that wraps around, then this is definitely the one to go for. There's one thing you might notice while I have the screen showing here is that you can see the silver trimming around the display. That's because I have the silver iPhone, so if you have any other color, you might notice it. The blue one, not as much, but if you have the orange one, this is probably going to show here around the edges. It's not that big of a deal. It's just something that you will notice every day when using the device. Since the leather lip does not go all the way up to the display, it stops a little bit before the display, and that is why you notice this little silver trimming here on my phone in this case. Now I want to talk about here their kickback wallet. So this thing is going to be a MagSafe wallet. You have it where it can be a kickstand. That's why it's called a kickback. And then you can order it with a strap or no strap. You can keep cash here and you can keep your different cards in the slot. So it makes it really convenient to have this on the back of your phone to hold your cards, but then you also have the ability to use it as a kickstand in any orientation you would like. So you can use it here in portrait orientation, or you can switch the phone around to landscape, and that also works. So FaceTime calling, or if you want to do any type of video watching, this is also possible with this kickstand. And I like that the leather matches, and also here the capsule case for the AirPods Pro also matches everything. So they have different colors on all of these accessories, so you can match your entire set here so everything is the same leather color if that's something that you would like. And you can fit a couple of cards here inside the kickback wallet, which makes it really convenient, for example, for an ID, credit card, and probably some other card as well. So it's really nice that you can have this on the back. You can take it off if you don't need it and just keep it in your pocket. But the moment you need that kickstand, you just open it, slap it on the back, and you're good to go for that viewing experience on your phone. So I really like that they did all of this with this wallet. It doesn't have any Find My tracking, of course, so make sure you don't lose this thing. You can't find it if you were to misplace it somewhere or if someone were to take it. So that's something you should know when buying this wallet. But having this entire set here with all the different accessories, but then the same leather color is something that you can definitely go for if you want to rock this look here. If you have additional questions, please let me know in the comment section and I'll try to get to them as quick as I can. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Zanev Tech is out.